Alright guys, how's it going? So in this video, I'm going to be talking about Federico Chiesa. I didn't get an opportunity to record a video for you last night because I had the live stream. We spoke about it on there, obviously. I started the stream at 7 UK. I did it for 2.5 hours, maybe a little bit longer. So by the time I finished, it was 10:30 in the evening here, local time in Spain. And I was knackered. I'm a granddad, you know what I mean? And I knew it would keep. We will be doing live streams today at 2 o'clock this afternoon and also 7 o'clock UK time this afternoon, 2 and 7, okay? So I want to touch on it now because there's some things that you need to know. And so please bear with me because there's a lot of information I need to think about and I have got some notes for this as well. First of all, Chiesa wants to play for Barcelona. That's his preferred destination. Liverpool are his second choice, all right? Obviously, if Barcelona turn around and, we're not doing it, we can't do it, or they just change their mind point blank, Liverpool, trust me, becomes his preferred destination and he was always wanting to play for Liverpool. His agent is trying to stall things at the moment, but if Barcelona go, nah, it's off, then expect him to go straight to Anfield and go, let's do it now, right? So keep an eye out for that today and bear that in mind. Barcelona have problems with registering players and also finances. However, they're on the verge of a new deal with Nike, which would be worth an absolute fortune, and it's imminent. I've got details of that, which I'll go over with you in a minute. Additionally, if that night deal didn't come off, which would enable them to complete further business before Friday night, there is a rule that if the directors, shareholders, the big cheese at Barcelona, make personal guarantees that they can proceed with certain transfers. Because people keep coming into my comments saying, Barcelona can't register, they've got never... Like, I don't know what I'm fucking talking about. I mean, admittedly, I don't most of the time, but I do know that Barcelona always find a way. These Spanish clubs always do, although Barcelona probably don't, appreciate being called a Spanish club. Anyway, so what I want to do is let's go right back to when this news first came out. So it was Fabrizio Romano, Mo Salah. If you don't know why I do that, ask in the comment section. He comes out with an exclusive, which is a bold statement. Now, basically saying Liverpool have, inquired or sniffing around or whatever. I was discussing this on the stream last night. Initially, well, not initially. My first thoughts were. That's an agent that's gone to Fabrizio Romano with that. So you've got to be cautious with that. The agent wants it out there. Do you know what I mean? Not Liverpool leaking it on this occasion like they did with the Zubimendi stuff, which we still haven't worked out why that was. Was Zubimendi really a plan B because plan A didn't work and they were trying to put pressure? It'll come out, I'm sure it will. But in this instance, I don't believe Liverpool Football Club were behind that leak. So, as I said on the stream last night, well, we wait for validation from Joyce. I mean, some of you will say Ornstein as well. I'm sorry, I'm getting notifications. It's going to be an absolutely manic week on here. Don't forget, we're live all day from 6 a.m. on Friday. So we wait for validation. We wait for something from Joyce. Ornstein as well, maybe, but for me, it's Joyce, right? He's the main man on the blower, communicating with the people that run Liverpool Football Club on a day-to-day basis. Ornstein as well, but he's more ownership as well, right? FSG, in my opinion, and in my opinion, Joyce is Hughes. Well, let me rephrase that, is Edwards and Hughes. He's bound to have been introduced to Hughes. Great connection with Edwards. And if you think when Edwards came back to the club, Joyce suddenly became relevant again. And that's why we call him Born Again Joyce. So, as I said on the stream, we wait for Joyce. If he's going to say anything, it'll be in the next couple of hours, next 2 hours, 2.5 hours. And that's exactly what happened. He surfaced, told us, yes, Liverpool are exploring this, that, or whatever. Because, and this is something I want you to bear in mind. So Joyce sees Fabrizio Romano's shit just like we do. And trust me, right, there's two possibilities here, right? One, Joyce already knew about this, but didn't go with it, was prevented from running it, right? The journalists often know things. The journalists with proper connections, proper relationships, further than the standard access to a press conference like the clicky journalists, the LFC click, right? The ones that have got real friendships, real relationships, they know a lot more than they let on. Paul Joyce will know a lot more than what we see. So don't assume that when he gets something, he publishes everything. There's a possibility he was already aware of this. you know, and didn't run it because he can't. And, you know, he speaks to, you know, whoever at Anfield and says, look, he's put it out now. Can I go with it? Yeah, okay, you can do it, right? That's one possibility. The other possibility is, hang on a minute, what the fuck has he got? He's come out with this, guys. Can I go with this? Is there any truth in this? And Liverpool turn around and say, actually, there is some truth in it. Yeah, you can go with it, right? So what I'm trying, the reason this is important, sorry, I'm not the tripod. The reason this is important is because there's no way in a million years Joyce would confirm it last night if Liverpool hadn't given him the go-ahead to do it. So for me, this is another example of Liverpool being happy for you to know about this one, right? And you need to ask yourself why. Why would Liverpool be happy for me to know, or for the public, the football world to know that there's something in this, you know, this is a genuine inquiry, right? It is really important because Joyce wouldn't have confirmed it if they'd have said, no, we're trying to keep this one quiet, right? So Liverpool, in my opinion, didn't leak it, right? But when it was out there, it's all right, it's out, yeah, just, you know, whatever, right? So I think it's really important. And like I say, these journalists sometimes do know things that they don't tell you, right? Take the Crystal Palace and Gomez thing. I was talking about this on the stream. So frustrating for me yesterday. Someone comes out with an exclusive about Palace's interest in Joe Gomez. I've been sat on that for 4 days. You guys know, if you pay attention to my videos, I recorded a video 4 days ago about this. And then when I checked with the Gomez peoples, if you like, I was told I couldn't put it out. I've still got that video and I will put it out one day so you can tell that I'm not chatting shit, right? So there are things about the Joe Gomez stuff, you know, that I can't talk about. And sometimes you can't do that, right? So it's very frustrating when somebody else goes with it, but I couldn't do it, all right? It's not very exciting, to be honest with you. If you care about Joe Gomez, you know, because he is a nice kid and he gave his best for Liverpool Football Club, you should be very happy if he gets to Crystal Palace because that would be his preferred destination. Only in my opinion, all right? So I know a little bit more about that, but again, this is an example of when sometimes people can't say anything, right? And the journalists, people like Paul Joyce, you know, I'm a nobody, right? But people like Paul Joyce, you know, they're going to know a lot more than you and I, right? And because they've got the relationship with the people that count at Anfield. So, I don't know, it was one of those two things yesterday. Joyce is either like, can I now go with it? Or, hey, I didn't know anything about it, can I go with it? Whatever, Liverpool Football Club are happy for it to be out there, right? So that's something that you need to consider. So there's a couple of things. So Joyce comes out and confirms it. The next thing, or the things that were being fed now, are that the agent's delaying it, right? Because they want to see what happens with Barcelona, right? So, like I say, though, if that suddenly moves very fast today, take it from me, the Barcelona thing fell through. Before I just go to my notes, Chiesa, a lot of people say he's got a terrible injury record. He did have a terrible injury not so long back. However, it would appear that he has recovered from that. I think last season, he played 44 games for Juventus, 33 in Serie A, 4 in the Coppa Italia, 3 internationals, 4 games in the UEFA Euro Championship. Right, so he was consistently playing last season. I can't verify that information. You can do your own homework on that. I'm not. I swear to God, I'm not an expert, but I just try to get comments that might help you. His agent is Fali Ramadani. He's been toing and froing with Barcelona. The Spanish newspapers could be interesting today. I will go and get the Spanish football dailies for you shortly. I do have a dentist appointment at 10:30 UK time though, so it might be a little bit delayed, but I'm going to go on the way to the dentist. I'll get all the Spanish football dailies and I will do a review for you when I get back, okay? So make sure you listen out for that because there might be something in there to do with Barcelona. Now, could a deal still happen with Barcelona? Well, this agent, Ramadani, is obviously thinking like, well, come on, get this fucking deal through and then we'll sign for you, right? If not, we're going to go to Liverpool. That's how it's going to be. And some of you might not like that. I don't know. This player, he can play, he's a very versatile player, left, right, forward, centre, right across, whatever. It's one of those ones where you look at it and go, right, okay, if it's cheap, yeah, it's a decent squad addition. Do you know what I mean? As Rafa would say, for sure. You know, but again, like, do you know what I mean? Like, where's my fucking defensive midfielder? Where's my centre back and all that? I don't know. And the top Reds will build this up like we're signing fucking Cristiano Ronaldo, trust me. Anyway, if you can get a player on the cheap, it's what you would call opportunistic, which Richard Hughes banged on about earlier in the window. Now, if he's going to go to Barcelona, Barcelona need to sort out this registration situation. Let me just tell you a couple of things about this. There does seem to be light at the end of the tunnel, right, for them, because they've got this deal with Nike, which would bring them, it says here, closer to the 1-1 rule that is necessary for new signings in terms of balancing finances. Obviously, they signed Olmo, couldn't register him. It's close to 3 weeks since he was signed, not being registered in La Liga, leading him to miss the first 2 games of the season. Still their player, but again, was unable to register him. However, there is something to do with injuries, which enables him to be registered, and he might now be registered at the time of recording. Where is it? Blah, blah, blah. The registration was set to be approved thanks to a rule that gives clubs flexibility in case a registered player suffers an injury that will keep him out for 4 months or longer. I'm telling you about Olmo because this could also apply to Luis Diaz, for example, if they came in for him. Not that I'm expecting them to at the moment, but you never know. According to Article 77 of La Liga's financial regulations, the affected club can register a replacement so long as the wages do not exceed 80% of the injured players, and the wage total paid to the replacement player is deducted from La Liga's next salary limit calculations. Barcelona have applied for Olmo to take up Andreas Christensen's spot in their squad. Now, Barcelona have been in talks with kit sponsor Nike for months over a potential new 10-year contract with improved terms, despite having 4 years left on their existing deal. And Barcelona have now informed La Liga, this is the very latest, that the agreement could be reached before the transfer window closes. Documents have been sent to La Liga to be reviewed and verified. Barcelona could earn around 90 million euros a year, with a signing bonus between 115 million euros and 150, 115 and 150. If they get that deal with Nike, it would add a significant amount to Barcelona's salary limit, thus allowing them to spend in the final days of the transfer window. And it could also see them move back within their salary limit and be able to spend without La Liga restrictions. This is important information, because a lot of people keep saying Barca can't do anything, blah, blah, blah. All right, so they're close with that. Additionally, this guarantee from club directors, clubs can temporarily increase the registration capacity in anticipation of future income or profits. However, they have to commit to reverting back to the original situation within the same season. To make this happen, they need to provide guarantees, blah, 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 cash deposits from a shareholder or third party outside the club, but not the club itself. Okay? So I think it's really important just to tell you that little bit, because I know if I make a video telling you that Barcelona's his preferred choice, people are going to jump on me in the comments like I'm a div and say, well, they can't register players or they haven't got money. Do you know what I mean? So there is still a possibility, which is that they can do business this week, which is why this player and his representation are in no rush to commit to Liverpool. But it might happen. This might happen. If he commits to Liverpool today, if you see that today, in my opinion, I'll be like, well, Barca have said they can't do it. So that will always be the case there. But listen, this is football. I don't know if with Liverpool fans, sometimes, you get people, real diehards will go, if you didn't want to pay for us, okay, we're not his fallback option. Do you know what I mean? So I'll leave that for you to decide where that sits with you. At the end of the day, if you sign a player on the cheap, he comes in, he does a job when required. This would be a squad edition, very good edition. Then I'm sure people will soon forget about stuff like that. It would be a squad edition, but I don't know. I try not to be negative about it, to be honest with you. It's opportunistic. It's a squad edition. Yeah, why would you complain? You won't. Of course not. These are the sort of deals sometimes we go, well, that player's gone there for 15 million. Why didn't we sign him? So this is one of those instances where we say, right, we can't moan about it. But at the same time, I know people are going to be like me going, yeah, it's all very well, But what about now? Like someone now that's in the first starting 11, not a squad edition, not someone that's coming in 2025, but someone that can go in that number 6 position right now or a centre-back. However, I've not given hope on that yet. I said to you, I expected this week, what did I say to you on Friday? I think it was Monday, Tuesday. We'll see things, guys, that will be uplifting. Do you know what I mean? Mystic dunk. Do you know what I mean? Be uplifting. I didn't say we'd sign him on Monday or Tuesday, but I said we'd see something that would give us a bit of positivity, that would signal to us that Liverpool was stepping up things. And that's what I think Liverpool are doing this week. And I think it's far from over. So, I don't know if I've covered everything I wanted to say to you in this video. I really don't. I can take a quick look and see if there's anything on my device here that tells us anything. No. But I'll tell you what we are going to see this week, guys. And I mentioned it in my morning briefing today. I think you might remember towards the end of last week, I said it's Liverpool's, it's a Liverpool home game, right? This is when a lot of chatter comes out of Anfield after a home game, because you've got the people, the big cheese, the sponsors, the corporates. We're not talking about someone from Manx Carpets. We're talking about the big fucking cheese, right? And they are always like, mingling. What's happening, right? And the more important you are, the more money you're putting into the club, the more you want to fucking know, and the more important people speak to you. They don't divulge everything to you, but you'd be very naive to think that the club don't want to retain these people and show that they're serious. And with that game on Sunday being the last, the one in the transfer deadline week, I guarantee you people will have been at that saying, right, what's cracking? Are we going to do anything? Right? And it's important to the big investors, the big sponsors and shit, that you make them feel good. You've got to convince them you're a serious club and you mean business. So I said I expect some rumours to come out after the game. Those rumours, someone came on the stream last night and went, don't, you were right, because, Mamadashvili, medical, Chiesa. No, that's not what I meant, right? Those were the things that I said Monday or Tuesday. I expect we will see something that will inspire us to show us that the club are finally doing things. The rumour bit, which I said to you might come out, is completely separate to those things, all right? I mean, I could turn around and say, yeah, see, I was right, yeah? There's two completely different things, right? So we've seen the bit that I thought would happen Monday or Tuesday. I think that's fair to say. But what I think you'll see today now, moving forward from today, is you will now get the bit of chatter that was passed around Anfield on Sunday evening. So I think today you're going to be subjected to additional rumours, more rumours than usual. But the important thing is who's saying them, and that's what we've got to watch. We're not bothered about the Twitter twats and people like that. But I just want you to just be alert now, because you're going to see a lot more, I think. And I think this week is going to be mental. Now, I don't mean mental in terms of, Liverpool going to sign this and sign that, but there's going to be a lot of claims made this week. And it's going to be very stressful from my point of view, to be honest with you. And what I'm not going to do is churn a video every 5 fucking minutes of claims made. You know what I mean? So, but that's it. I'm going to leave that with you. So, I think everything that we've kind of predicted or suggested would happen this summer so far, I think we've been spot on the money. I really do, guys. And I'm looking forward to the rest of the week. But I'll be glad when the window is closed. So, anything else regarding Chiesa? No, I don't think so, really. We'll just see what happens. I really welcome your opinions on it. I know it's a long video, but it's so much information to try and get out. I really need to think about going to the garage now to go and get the Spanish football dailies for you. I will then go to the dentist. I will go and then study the newspapers, see if there's anything there of interest for you, and then I will come back and tell you whether there's anything of interest or not. And then I'll be live on here at 2 o'clock this afternoon and 7 o'clock this evening. All right, guys. I think I've covered anything. If you've got any questions about this one, there might be. I feel like I've forgotten to tell you something to do with it, but we shall see. John Henry's yacht, by the way, is back up in Aberdeen. The Elysian, it was also, the TT Elysian was also there, mooring away somewhere last night, bombing off into somewhere. I don't know. I've actually created an X account so you can follow that. I think it's called Elysian Yacht. I'm going to be putting little updates on there about John Henry's yacht. I just did it last night because I know some of you guys find it interesting. So, yeah, I've learned a lot about that fucker's yacht in the last few days. I've been reading loads of articles and that. But yeah, just there's been quite a few of you messaging me, and that's, well, where's the? It's only a bit of fun, isn't it? Some people take it too seriously. In fact, one of the newspapers in the UK ran an article about where the yacht went yesterday, which I had said where it was going. I'd said this is its destination. And one of the regional newspapers in the UK yesterday, published an article about, was it yesterday or the day before? Certainly within the last couple of days, published an article about it, and quoted me and KopTalk TV. KopTalk TV. Ed Elworthy tipped me off about that. Ed's one of the channel members, and he said, "Don't get in the papers." I was like, "Why? What have I done?" Do you know what I mean? So I'll never forget that years ago. Very quickly, you can log off now. Scarborough Football Club, they got relegated. Scarborough's, my hometown, and I was at the game, sat in the behind the goal, watching the game. And actually, I think the goalkeeper on the opposition side was called Glass. I can't remember. Any glassing, and he scored, and it sent Scarborough down. It was last minute from memory, I think. Scarborough got relegated as a result of the goalkeeper scoring, and then so I went to the game, and then the next day I was, on the Sunday, I was walking down the street, and one of my neighbours, when I lived in England, they went, "Hey, Dunk, you didn't use it World today." I was like, "What the fuck? What do you mean? You didn't use it World?" Well, do you know what, guys? I tell you what, I've never run so fast in my fucking life at news agents. I swear down, honestly, faster than that ice cream van in 1987. Honest, guys. Imagine someone going up to you saying you didn't use it World. I thought there was going to be pictures of me in there with stockings on and a fucking banana up my ass. Do you know what I mean? I didn't know, did I? Not that I've done anything like that. I'd try it once, though, you know what I'm saying? But I was like, well, anyway, it turned out it's just a picture of me behind goal going like that. And that was it. Anyway, so I just thought I'd tell you that humorous story. It's not very funny, really, is it? It's a true story, though. Not the banana bit in the stockings. No. That's just stuff that I do every now and then. Right, listen, if you appreciate this video, please give me a thumbs up on this video. It doesn't mean you agree with me or endorse me in any way, shape, or form. It just means you're taking the time to say, hey, thanks for that nice one. Please leave me a comment if you've got a comment about this. And if you want to buy me a beer or a coffee, do hit the super thanks button. It's a love heart under the video. If it doesn't work or if it's not there are other methods of supporting me. In the video description, someone actually sent something through it was Joe Soap. Joe Soap sent something through last night on PayPal. I'll give you a shout out. I did give you a shout out today, actually. And also my daughter Charlotte, who basically runs everything for me, messaged me no, that was Joe Soap. Joe Soap was last night. He says, get yourself a coffee. And there was one today through Revolut. Because I don't really use Revolut, so I don't even know where it is. There it is. David as well says, morning, mate. Great stream last night. Get a coffee. So there are other ways of supporting the channel. It's in the video description. But the best way of supporting me is by thumbsing up the video and leaving me a comment and giving us something to read. And I will tell you this, guys, if you watch the videos, you should read the comments. You'll learn so much more than what I say. And not just when a video goes live, revisit it later and make that part of your routine. Because, my audience here is exceptionally bright and switched on. And together, collectively, we often come up with the answers that many of us haven't got or can't work out by ourselves. Me included. All right, so the comments is somewhere that you should hang out in quite a bit, actually. And Spectre, KopTalk TV's greatest moderator, has been encouraging me for a while to start doing the Friday comments videos again. I used to do a video on a Friday. I used to be a live stream, actually, and I would go through the comments. And I think I'm going to bring that back once the transfer window closes, along with the podcast on the 2nd of September, Monday the 2nd, and the newsletter as well. It's all in the video description. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope that I will catch up with you real soon. I've got to dash, get the papers, and I've got to go to the dentist. See you in a bit. All right.